Hello everybody and welcome back to F1 Manager 2022, and yes, it's the last race of the second season. We are off to the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi, and well, I've been doing a bit of research now that I've come back. I wanted to look into the game a little bit more, and yeah, our car, we're fifth in the Constructors' Championship, right, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. 10 points off Alfa Romeo. We might be able to beat them in this race. We'll have to wait and see. Can we claim that 10-point difference and get fourth in the Constructors? It would be massive in terms of money difference. But if we go and look at our car analysis and go and have a look, comparing us to the rest of the grid, right? So the grid average is better than all of our cars. But if we show where we place on the grid, we have the 15th quickest car. We're currently fifth in the Constructors. We have the 15th quickest car, the 17th quickest acceleration, 15th low speed cornering, 19th medium speed cornering. This is out of 20. You got to remember, this is out of 20. So we're actually more than likely 15th and 16th, 17th and 18th, 15th and 16th, 19th and 20th. In fact, can we do change team, Aston Martin, change car 2? There you go. So 15th and 16th, 17th and 18th, 15th and 16th, 19th and 20th, 17th and 18th, 15th, 16th, 15th, 16th, 19th, 20th. We're one of the worst cars in the grid. And we are currently fifth in the Constructors' Championship, which is absolutely, it's credit to the drivers. That's what it is. Credit to the drivers. But we are going to get into the final race of this season. And I'm hoping that the research we've done in terms of next season is going to be good as well. So let's say a qualifying position will get someone above 12th. We'll get someone into Q2. As we'll probably get, we get both. Well, Joe's been a bit poor recently, hasn't he? So he won't go for that one. Finish position, we'll get someone finishing above 12th for sure. In fact, we're gonna get someone in the points, aren't we? We're gonna get at least one driver in the points. So let's do that. And we can't do these because we're on a streak, aren't we? But we need one more. We need one more qualifying position before ahead of 14th. And we'll get 500,000, which would be absolutely lovely. Right, I'll go and do practice. We'll be back for qualifying and then here for the race. See you in a bit. So, practice done. Here we are for qualifying. And 95% confidence with Fernando, 91% with Zhou. So, not our best, but also not our worst. But we're in a decent position. I still don't know how qualifying is going to go with this one. But, yeah, we've got our best engine installed on the car. We have our best ERS installed on the car. And gearbox-wise, we have a better gearbox, actually. So let's put that one in after practice. And with Zhou, let's just go and quickly check his. So, yeah, best engine is on. Best ERS is on. And the gearbox, again, that is 53. That is 63. So let's get the best gearbox in just to make sure. Lots of grid penalties in this one for lots of other drivers, which is good. But, yes, qualifying. Here we go into Q1. Hopefully get both drivers out of Q1. That would be lovely. Okay, so what I think we're going to do to start with is actually just let some other drivers clear the track for us. If they want to go and do that, that'd be lovely. Hamilton goes out first to clear the track, which is nice. I sort of want to save some tyres for later on in qualifying if we get through. We should get through Q1. Our car, although, as we've seen, is one of the slowest on the grid, our drivers are actually doing really well with it. So I'm hoping that we can put in some good times here. We just need to make sure. So 123 is what Hamilton's gone round in at the moment. Yeah, Verstappen 123.2. So it's pretty standard for them at the moment. Everyone will start coming in now. I imagine these guys are going to put in a couple of more fast laps, and then they'll come in, have their break, and then we'll go out as well. So there was a yellow flag just there. That is what we need to avoid when we're just doing a one-lap wonder.
I think there's been a lock-up.
It was Stroll, obviously, that locked up. So right, let's just slow the time down a little bit, or the speed down, I should say, and just see when people are going to start to go out. It should be around about now. Now. Yes, okay, there we go. People are just starting to go now. So what we need to do is make sure that we're out and getting a time. So let's send Zhou out now. There he goes. We get the little graphic because we're sending him out for the first time in qualifying. Number 24, Guan Yu Zhou. And we'll send Fernando out in a little while as well. So Zhou is off there. So there we go. Alonso is out as well. So let's get both drivers out. You can see Zhou sitting behind Norris. We've got Alonso sitting behind Ricciardo. So it is McLaren, Aston Martin in this one for Q1. As Zhou's just got to get those tyres up to temperature. I think if we can look here. So Yeah, okay. They're looking all right. He's doing his weaving and his diving to try and get the tyres up to temperature. Right, Q1, we're not too fussed about, so let's fast forward Q1 and see if we get through, which I'm hoping we do. All the drivers. Oh my God, there's been a crash. That is really going to screw us over. Pierre Gasly has crashed, which means our times are going to be really slow, and the one stop, the one lap has backfired.
Yellow ahead.
Copy.
We're going to be really slow because those yellow flags. Alonso and Zhou both out in Q1. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. Bloody Gasly. Gasly, you absolute muppet. You absolute muppet, Gasly. Right, on to the race then. Right, well, we're going to have to do it the hard way. I mean, we're up to 15th and 17th, so it's not too bad with other grid penalties. But, yeah, we're going to have to do this the hard way, let's say. I'm sort of thinking, can we go soft, medium? I don't think we've got another set. What have we got? So, okay, we've got 3, and you've got 3. So, yeah, we got brand new, because we didn't do... Okay, yeah, okay. We can try something here. We can try something a little bit different. Right, let's go into this, and we'll go... Can we pull off a very, very optimistic soft, medium, soft? I think if we manage that medium stint in the middle, we might be all right. Or do we go medium, 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 soft, potentially? Medium, soft, soft? I'm just trying to watch the delta and see... Yeah, so that's not quicker. It's saying whatever we do, it's going to be slower having a 2-stopper or going... definitely not wets. So that's plus 6 seconds on what was there before. So they're saying soft, medium, medium could be the quickest 2-stop. So what? That's a 1:28.13, a 1:28.03. So that's quicker, soft, hard, medium. 1:28.03. So they're saying the quickest time you can get on a strategy is a 1:28.03. 1:28.06. Yeah, okay. So they're saying the tyre life is so bad that you're not going to benefit. Right, I think we're going to go soft, medium, medium. It says it's a 1 second. It's a 1:28.04 and it was a 1:28.03 we had to beat. But I just feel like this is going to be a bit better for us. We're going to try. We have to try something special. We're starting so far back and we need to go and beat Alfa Romeo. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, again, you've got lots of softs and mediums as well. If there's safety cars, we could be quids in here. We could be quids in because we've got more soft compounds than everyone else. So I think with Zhou, we're going to go medium, soft, medium, soft, medium. So that's a 1:28. And then if we just bring that medium in, 1:28.05. I don't mind that. Medium, short stint on the softs, back onto the mediums. We can play it by ear. With Zhou, we can always go medium to hard. And if we get it right with Alonso, we could always try and do soft to hard, although I don't think that's quite going to work. Abu Dhabi is very hard on the tyres, but that's what we're going to go with. Obviously, we'll start because we need to get some positions up straight away, which is going to eat into the tyres, but we'll see how it goes. Right, let's put another lap of fuel. Oh, we can't. That is maximum fuelage in the car. Okay, right, let's get into the race. Okay, so absolutely after ballsing up qualifying, here we go for the final race of Season 2. And we are away, we're off, and we're on board with Fernando Alonso at the moment, who's sitting behind the Alpine. It all looks to be a bit stuttery, doesn't it? But we're off, and... Okay, so Zhou's already lost a position, which is very helpful. Well done, Guan Yu Zhou. As we're going around the Alpine. Oh, we're in the sandwich here between the Alpine and the Williams. But it's a good start from Alonso. Can he get this done? I mean, how's everyone else starting? Medium and softs all round. Is all round. Okay, so multiple positions gained for Fernando, which is good. And he's going to try and have a look down the inside of Lewis Hamilton as well on the opening lap. Go on, Fernando. What you got in this car? Get that pace going. Right, we just need to make sure we keep an eye on the old, on the fuel. Can he get down the inside here as we go into the bit of the slow corner for the first lap with the traffic jam? We do get past Lewis Hamilton. Oh, no we don't. We should have the inside on the next corner though. If we can just get the power down, and we do. So we'll drop that down into neutral. We'll go and have a look at Zhou in a minute. But Fernando Alonso up into 12th, sitting behind the Ferrari now, which is good. And that is a very good start. So I think we just drop drop it down with the tyre pressure, or tyre wear, let's say, and we get this going. Right, so this is the last race of Season 2. Going into Season 3, I'm going to try and make the videos a bit shorter after some recommendations in the comments, and see if we can get sort of like half an hour videos done, which means it'll be cutting out a lot of my waffle like I'm doing right now. But the first lap has started very, very well. Let's go and check in on Guan Yu Zhou. He's into 17th, which is where he started. I feel like he's going to have to push a little bit more, so we're going to get him to deploy everything he can. In fact, we'll get him to go a little bit more aggressive on his tyres as well, because Zhou needs to really gain some places. So Hamilton's right on our tail. Alonso can't really keep up with that Ferrari of Charles Leclerc at the moment, but he will be getting caught. I mean, it's such a bit of a mixed field. Bottas in 4th. That is really irritating. That would give Alfa Romeo 4th place in the Constructors' Championship. But with our qualifying, I don't think I was expecting us to do very much anyway, as Hamilton's probably going to make a move on us pretty soon. Let's have a quick check-in on Zhou, who is right behind Schumacher's Williams. In fact, we need to get past Schumacher and Tsunoda as quickly as we can, to be honest. Let's push that up into overtake, just so that he uses it at the right time to actually try and make a move. I think Zhou, we've just got to sort of leave to his own devices. I think that's a bit harsh. But until he's past the Williams and probably Vettel, there's not much we can do with him. There really isn't much to do with him. Alonso, as you can see, now 1.3 seconds off Charles Leclerc, and Hamilton having a little look but can't get past. Alonso defending well. But at the moment, I think we just sit where we are and we keep this rocking as best we can. Strategy-wise, we're not pitting until lap 17 with Alonso, and it should be a little bit longer, 20-something with Guan Yu Zhou. So DRS is now enabled. So let's ease off that with Zhou. Zhou still can't get past these guys. I'm gonna have to manually manage his ERS, I think, to help him past the Williams here, as I'm expecting Hamilton will pass us pretty quick. So what I'm going to do actually is harvest up with Alonso, basically let Hamilton go, as we watch with Hamilton here. Can't get the move done, but Alonso is charging that battery up pretty well. If we can keep it charged, then we can attack and use the pace that we'll have. So I'm going to assume Hamilton has DRS. Yes, he does, and he's going to go past us here, but I don't mind that. That was always on the cards. And now it's keeping pace with Hamilton is what we need to do, so that we get the DRS off the back of Lewis Hamilton is the plan. I mean, ideally, we've got... yeah, there we go. So we've got DRS, so that should pull us in a little bit. I'm actually going to use this as an opportunity to keep... to conserve the tyres a little bit, I think, because if we sit behind Hamilton, hopefully he pulls us along with the DRS. We just keep an eye on that, and hopefully we don't lose too much pace to Lewis Hamilton. And we get that done, and we conserve the tyres a bit. Right, Guan Yu Zhou is down to 18th. He's lost out to Lance Stroll. What an idiot. Okay, so lap 7. Unfortunately, Alonso has just lost the train in front of him, which is all being held by basically Perez. But it's all pretty close up there. But yeah, you can just see Hamilton in the distance, 1.5. We tried our hardest to get back to him, but it just wasn't working. So now I think we need to focus on Zhou and getting him back into this sort of higher mid-point area on the back of Alonso. Stroll is the person that's holding everyone up here. But we are in the DRS train, which means we can probably attempt to save a little bit of our fuel and everything. But yeah, it's been an interesting race. It's not been the best in terms of what Alonso can probably do, and we've knackered out his battery, so I think we're actually going to have to harvest it and drop off. Be aware that we're 6 seconds ahead of Stroll, and we're not going to catch out Hamilton and Leclerc, and that DRS train is just pulling everybody along, and we're really struggling to catch it. But it doesn't take much to completely charge the battery around Abu Dhabi, so it doesn't take too many laps. But even if you look at the mini-map, right, there's such a huge gap between Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso's sort of in this little middle man area. I think hopefully his pit strategies will help him out more than anything. Still got a little bit of time till we pit though, so I think we just let this one run out a little bit. As Zhou tried to make a move on Vettel, we just missed it. But it just didn't quite work there. But he does have the DRS, so I'm wondering again, if we harvest up with Guan Yu Zhou, don't use too much of that energy. In fact, we need to... Let's use up the energy. Let's get right behind Sebastian Vettel. And then what we'll do is we'll conserve, because we're also a little bit over on fuel as well. So let's see it, yeah, like right round here, we'll get right behind Sebastian Vettel. And then on the DRS, basically straights as we come round. So the ERS battery is empty. We've dropped down to neutral. I think the updates they've introduced to the game have meant that the micromanagement of it is much more effective. As so this isn't a DRS zone down here. This is just start-finish rate. But again, Zhou can't keep pace. As soon as we're not pushing on something, he cannot keep pace with that Alpine.
We can push more.
And it's really, really irritating. Because this is where we need DRS, and we're not going to have it. We need to get within a second after this corner. And I don't think we would have... We may just sneak in if we can push everything we've got. No, we're not going to get DRS on this one. We're going to have to try and get it on the next. We're going to have to attack on everything here because we're 1.1. There, he's just getting pulled along by that DRS train. It's very irritating. I don't think we're going to get it on this one either. 1.2. No, that was a wasted attempt there from Zhou. So again, he's going to harvest up as well. He'll probably get... Actually, Schumacher's quite a way off. So both Aston Martin drivers at the moment sort of in the mud, not doing much. 4 seconds off Hamilton now where we've been harvesting. We've actually already fully harvested our battery there. So it's all going to come down to strategy and if we get a safety car or anything like that, as Guan Yu Zhou looks like. Yeah, he just manages to catch up in certain areas where there is no DRS for them to pull away, but then we can't really make a difference. It's not, at the moment, looking like the end of Season 2 that I was hoping for. Okay, so we're changing Zhou's strategy. He's really struggling, Guan Yu Zhou. He's just been overtaken by Schumacher as well, of all things, while we're harvesting. But we're actually going to push him onto the hard tyres in the medium. We're going to go medium, hard, soft with Guan Yu Zhou to try and give him a bit of pace at the end of the race. So let's see how that goes. But you can see Verstappen out in front. If we just go to the telly... No, that's not telly. That's pace. That's speed. There we go. Verstappen in front with Sainz just behind him, but a long distance back in third is Bottas for doing a great job for Alfa Romeo. Behind him is Russell and Ocon. And here Ricciardo is over a second behind them, though, with Perez on his tail. Norris is behind Perez. We've got Albon, Leclerc and Magnussen all holding up Lewis Hamilton, who's in 12th. Alonso's in 13th, 9 seconds off. Gasly's closed the gap to our Spanish driver. 1.5 seconds is the gap there. Stroll is just behind them. Then you've got Tsunoda, Vettel, and then a long way back. We have Schumacher, Zhou, and Nico Hülkenberg is back there as well. But this is where we want to get Guan Yu Zhou in this lap. So let's push and get everything he's got to try and make something happen here. If he can get past Schumacher on this lap, that would be lovely. But, you know, I don't know. Guan Yu Zhou, I said it'd be a long-term project. I'm sort of thinking potentially we replace him, although we've given him a long-term contract. But we'll have to see what happens. As I think Alonso will stick with the same strategy that we're doing. We're sort of now putting them both on a very similar strategy. As Guan Yu Zhou does look to make a move with DRS open and the battery there. He should get that done. And he does get it done, which is good. So we can just get him to just look at his fuel a little bit. That's not a problem. Alonso is now... Oh, he's got Gasly right on his tail, which is a little bit irritating. His tyres will be dropping off. Gasly on the mediums does seem to be having a much better life. Hamilton 38%. He'll be pitting soon, as will Sainz. So far, it's not a brilliant race for Aston Martin. It's been a bit of a struggle in Abu Dhabi, but, you know, not every race is sunshine and lollipops, is it? You do have to make it. You do have to make some decisions. And when you mess up qualifying like we did, or like I did, it's yeah, it's always going to make life harder, isn't it? So we'll just follow Zhou as he comes round. These. So he's going to go through the hotel circuit. And is he going to go through the hotel? No, he's into the pits. There we go. I was wondering where he was. Oh yeah, he's just collaring. So right, Zhou is in. He's going mediums to hards. Let's see how the hards get on around. I mean, last lap, so he's in the pits. But Alonso 1:30. So yeah, Alonso's like 1 second slower than everyone else, and it's sort of maybe showing where the car actually is, like in terms of what we've done. But hopefully the time and resources we put into development are going to help and really make things better for us going into season 3. I do plan to keep this going until we win the drivers constructors championships. So let's get this. Actually, let's push for a really big outlap.
We can push
And see how we do. So we are last. with Guan Yu Zhou as Alonso loses out to Gasly as well, which is a little bit irritating. We'll have DRS to go back at him though. We're not going to get that move done. But yeah, so Zhou 16 seconds off Schumacher. A pit stop was about 30. So, I mean, we could jump a few people with a pit. It was Ricciardo comes into pit. A few other people coming into pit now as well. Hamilton, Magnussen and Ricciardo all coming in. So Alonso should gain a few places with this position here, where he is at the moment. Yeah, lots of other people coming in as well. Some other soft tyre runners all coming in. We're pushing Alonso for another couple of laps out here. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I think we can potentially, let's push a little bit more just to try and get on the back. In fact, while they're pitting, let's go hell for leather and see what we can do. As long if we can keep the DRS and get Gasly to pull us along, that would be absolutely lovely. As Zhou, right, tyres are moderately overheating, but he's going to jump Stroll in the pits, which is awesome. Who else is he going to jump? I don't think he's going to jump many other people. I think it's just Stroll. I don't think anyone else has come in yet. But let's have a look. What I know he's pushing really hard, but what sort of lap time did Zhou do there? 1:48 coming out of the pit, so an outlap of 1:48, not too bad. Let's just get him to ease off a little bit now. Alonso is doing a 1:32, but he is staying on the back of Pierre Gasly, which is what we want him to do. He'll get pulled along there. I mean, Max Verstappen and Sainz at a 1:29.8 out and stuff. Oh, Alonso's gone for the move. Can he get that done? To be honest, I think I'd prefer if he didn't get it done. But yeah, so Sainz pits in as well. Alonso is going to make these soft tyres last as long as he can. We probably should pit because we're going so much slower than everyone else. But yeah, 37%. Do we pit him in a lap early? Have we got time to make this? I think that's the pit lane, isn't it? So I don't think this is going to work. So I think we potentially could. Yeah, let's go pit options, onto the mediums, pit this lap. And, oh, we just got it done in time. Okay, we just got the call done. So Alonso pits. So he's going to come out on fresh medium tyres after this one. We'll have a check in with Guan Yu Zhou after this pit stop. We need a good stop here. So Alonso is there. Zhou still down in 20th. Does that mean these Stroll's pitted and come out? We jumped Stroll in the pits. So I don't know what's happened there. That's irritating, isn't it? Alonso pits. It looked like a good stop. 2.4 is decent. And now Alonso comes under the circuit to come out on the other side. 29.97 was his total pit stop. So not too bad. There's Lance Stroll. It could be an Aston Martin back two right now. Let's get that in line just to see where we come out. So Alonso does come out in front of Lance Stroll on those hard tyres. But Hülkenberg, Schumacher, Vettel, Tsunoda, Gasly, Leclerc, Albon, Norris, Perez, Ocon, Russell, Bottas and Verstappen all going to pit. Not that we're going to catch the people at the top, but you never know. You never know where this is going to end up. So we've got both drivers out on their second set of tyres now. I think a lot of these medium runners will be going medium hard till the end. So let's see how this does. I mean, that Alfa Romeo just looks so much quicker than us. It's a little bit irritating, to be honest, because we're going to be pulling him along with DRS. Yeah, very irritating as Lance Stroll looks to make a move. But at the moment, it's 18th and 20th, which isn't ideal. Okay, we've had multiple cars crashed. It's just the yellow flag at the moment. VSC. Right, a virtual safety car is out. Now, whilst that's not a full safety car, which would have been much more beneficial for us, Vettel has got a penalty. Hamilton's just set the fastest lap. Yeah, a full safety car would have been much more beneficial. So we'll ignore for now. We don't need to come in and pit under the virtual safety car. We will harvest up our ERS though, as there's a crash involving multiple cars. So Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren. Oh, he goes wide. Oh, wow. I don't know how Vettel's managed to get a penalty for that. It's put a lot of people. There's a bit of debris coming off as well. I feel Vettel's hard done by getting a penalty there. That definitely should have been Ricciardo getting the penalty. But the VSC... Okay, so we've jumped a couple of people in the pits. And Zhou, is Zhou going to jump these guys as well? Yes, he is. Okay, up to 17th and 18th. So these people will benefit pitting under the virtual safety car. But yeah, really could have done with a full-on safety car there. That would have been to bunch up everyone again. We'll be on fresher tyres, or some fresher tyres, but just to bunch everyone up again would have been lovely. But yeah, not too bad. But we're sitting behind Lance Stroll with Fernando Alonso. We can potentially look to make a move and accelerate away if we think we've got the tyre life and what we can do there. But yeah, I really want Zhou to try and catch up with these guys here. Verstappen pits under the safety car. That'll do very well for him. He's probably going to come out. Bottas is pitting as well. Lots of people coming in to pit under the safety car. This will be all the medium runners, won't it, that are going to come out. As Verstappen comes out on hard tyres. Yeah, lots of people taking the opportunity to pit under the safety car to go onto the hards. Maybe we could have done that with Alonso to get to the end. But the safety car is ending soon. We still sit behind Lance Stroll. This is going to be really interesting. So the virtual safety car is ending. So let's get on to neutral. In fact, what we're going to do with the virtual safety, we're going to try and go full ham with Zhou to see if he can catch up to this group in front, which is me and Stroll. As all these people come into the pits now, we're going to push. Actually, we're going to push with both drivers here, fully push, and see what we can do with all these other drivers pitting. We have gained some spots. Will Zhou gain spots as well? He should do. He should gain quite a lot of spots here, as all those other drivers are coming in. So we're going to push. There is Tsunoda and Gasly still in front of Zhou. Yeah, but now we need to make hay while the sun's shining and potentially get everyone now on hards. Yes, they are. So Alonso's the only one doing a different strategy here. As is Zhou as well, because he's obviously got another stop to do. Is our strategy going to backfire, or is going on to the softs? And I think, do we just push Fernando on these and see how we do and end on the hards? Have I ballsed up the strategy yet again? We'll have to wait and see. Right, so a full safety car. We got a full safety car. Someone has crashed and put it in the wall. We have a full-on safety car. So now is the time to decide, what do we want to do? What do we want to do strategy-wise? Oh, because we could go on to the hards and get to the end and then we're there, but that's just copying everyone else, right? I really don't know what to do here. Can't make those. I mean, that's saying if you go onto the mediums there, it is quicker. So, I mean, we will update it to say that. But with Alonso, if we were to go onto the hards, yes, it's actually saying that is much, much, much slower. You can get a bit more pace there. Yeah, so it does say the quickest ending will be to change onto the hard tyre. Wow, it says the quickest is to end on the hards. I'm just wondering, if we go onto the hards now, add a new stint, softs. Okay, there's no way that that's going to be... Okay, so if we go onto the hards now, it's not quicker. But if we go onto the hards there, that is the quickest strategy, apparently. And then it's not hard, it's not quicker to push them a little bit. I think I'm going to stick with my gut instinct, which was medium. Even though it's 11 milliseconds slower? I don't get that. Because of the tyre wear, it's that much slower. Alright, we'll update on that and end on the hards with a little bit of a push. So I guess that means we stay out, right? I sort of feel like we can take... There's something we can take a chance on here. Like, in my mind, that should be quicker. Going back onto a medium set of tyres and then onto soft should be quicker. Oh, bloody strategies are difficult, aren't they? How long can these hards last? Not long enough. Not long enough at all. What happens if we went... Oh, maybe we just keep it as it is then. Maybe we just keep it... Maybe we just stay out. I sort of feel like it's a waste of a safety car staying out, though. It's going to bunch everyone up. We've got Alonso on the mediums, who should be quicker. Let's just play it by ear. Let's play it by ear. So, full safety car. So, someone's crashed. Bottas has crashed. Bottas has crashed. Oh, my God. That's amazing. Ignore for now. Although I think we probably should pit. But Bottas is out. Bottas is out. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Now we see Valtteri Bottas.
There's still 10 points ahead of us in the constructors, but what does he do here? Just locks up straight in.
They won't have been
In irreparable damage. Valtteri Bottas is out. So we have the safety car as Alonso sets the new fastest lap, which is awesome. Right, let's just I really feel like there's something we should be taking advantage of here. Like, do you know, I swear you guys know what I mean in terms of, I mean, a load of people have just pitted onto the hards, right? They can't get to the end. No, cancel that. I still think ending on the medium should make more sense. Or do we go onto hards now? Or do we go onto hards and push the hards now? It's like if we went hards here, under safety car, pushed them a lot, and then went softs and finished on the faster tyre. Because we're going to have to do another stop anyway. I think we're going for that. I think we're going to put Fernando onto the hards now. That is what we're going to do. We're going to mix things up a bit. Pit options. Onto a fresh set of hard tyres. Pit this lap. Zhou can stay out. That's fine. Because still not everyone is bunched under the safety car. Vettel's locked up as well. So there is Fernando Alonso. Pitting under safety car onto fresh hard tyres. So he'll be matched with everybody else. So a decent stop for Fernando Alonso. He'll probably bring him out towards the back, but that's not a problem. I've just suddenly thought, is that actually going to make a difference to staying out on the mediums? But anyway, it doesn't matter. So Zhou up to 14th, Alonso coming out in 17th. Bottas is out, which is huge. So yeah, nurse them around, get everything back up. Okay, right, safety car. Let's just so everyone now is going to bunch like that, and we just get Alonso up there for the safety car, which is good. So the safety car, as it comes around this corner, is when we want to judge it, really. So there, safety car is going to be coming in. Verstappen is just getting everyone going. So let's see what we can do here. So deploy, push. You now stay on aggressive tyres forever, as does Zhou as well. So okay, let's jump on board. Oh, that's a good little view. Let's go with that with Fernando Alonso. See what he can do. In front of him is the Haas. In fact, I don't want that one. I want cockpit cam. That's what we want. It's a bit of a melee up there. Lots of people fighting for position. Let's see what we can do then. Slightly fresher tyres than everybody else. Not too much more. But I'm hoping that we'll be in a good position here to be able to push and make something work. I'm just thinking as well. Do we say... not that one. That one. Driving clean air when we can, to try and just get into the overtaking positions a little bit quicker. Go on, Fernando, get your foot down. Get your foot down, make it work. Come on. He hasn't quite got enough. Okay, let's get him back in. Get him back into the slipstream as well. That Williams pulled out and has gone defensive early on. That's a bit strange. But, okay, so Alonso says Zhou is on the back of Tsunoda as well. Alonso's trying to make the moves. He's trying to make the moves. Obviously, we're pushing our tyres a little bit harder. I'm really surprised if everyone makes it to the end, especially Sainz already on 90% tyres. But, yeah, so the safety car was good for us. It bunched everybody up, but now we need to make our moves and get these done, to be honest. There's Zhou right on the back of Tsunoda. Go on, Zhou. Make a move. Make a move. Maybe you would benefit from...
Good job, keep pushing.
Driving in clean air, because you actually look quicker than that Williams. Down here, get in that clean air. No. Oh, that Williams is like a boat, isn't it? It's bloody everywhere. Verstappen takes the fastest lap off Fernando Alonso. That was to be expected. No, again, it's not helping you, is it? Maybe down the DRS straight, which isn't DRS at the moment, but maybe that is what we need to do at some point. So coming down, not this straight, the next one. So as we come round these corners, just get into that clean air. Get into that clean air and get the move done. That's it. Get your foot down. That's it. Go, 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 go. Go on, make it stick. Make it stick. You've got the inside. Don't pull out. Don't pull out. And keep it there. Get that car. Park that car. Don't let him have the inside. Lovely stuff, Guan Yu Zhou. That's what we needed, and your battery's absolutely dead. Right, Alonso, let's do some micromanagement on you. You're coming up to,
Looks like Aston Martin have
again,
just gained
driving clean air.
position.
Get that space. Stick it up the inside. Oh, you backed out a little bit, Fernando. You backed out a little bit. No point in driving in clean air on this bit. Get in behind, get the slipstream. Your ERS battery's empty as well without you getting the move done. Nightmare.
Understood.
We needed Fernando to get that move done there. I think it's going to be down to his own driving ability now. As Gasly, yeah, lapping much quicker than us. Yeah, we're not going to get the DRS there. Oh, Gasly's absolutely flying. We need to make sure Stroll doesn't get points. We need Stroll to crash out as well, to be honest, and then somehow us to finish top 5, which I don't think is going to happen. But Fernando's still trying to get past Hülkenberg and Schumacher. I think once we pass these two, we'll pass Tsunoda pretty quickly as well. It's all down to the drivers now, though. Need to make sure that something happens here. Tyres are slightly overheating for Zhou, are they? Yes, very slightly. He's getting them back in temperature pretty quickly. But it's all about pushing and hoping that our strategy comes into play. See, Zhou's got quite a little bit of tyres to play with. But Zhou lost the position back to Tsunoda, which is stupid of him, isn't it? But, okay, let's just make sure the tyres don't overheat too much. Don't have anything stupid in terms of crashes. As Zhou's looking to make a move again. Doesn't quite get it done. So we've got a yellow flag. Someone else has put something. Verstappen has crashed from the lead. He was under a bit of pressure from Carlos Sainz, but not much that the Dutchman hasn't dealt with before. And I think he has touched the wall. That could be a damaged front wing for Max Verstappen. Only a yellow flag, though, as Zhou still on the back of Tsunoda. Alonso has passed Hülkenberg and is now looking to get past Schumacher where possible. But yeah, that drops Verstappen all the way down into 9th. Be interested to see if he pits for a new front wing. As yeah, Guan Yu Zhou still struggling to get past Tsunoda. Alonso sitting behind Schumacher. So hopefully these two can get past the Williams respectively. And we can start climbing up the places a little bit. Okay, so Alonso's put in some really good laps. He's now caught up to Zhou, who is still struggling to get past Tsunoda. But both of them are in range. Zhou's pit window is open very soon to get onto those medium tyres. I think it's going to be a bold strategy. It's going to put us right at the back. Verstappen did come in, change his front wing, and is now doing a last to first sort of competition with 20 laps to go. So that'll be interesting to see how he gets on. But yeah, we got Zhou and Alonso up into 13th and 14th. So both improving from their qualifying positions. I'm just looking at tyre wear. Everyone is going to have to pit again. So if we're basically going for a huge undercut with Zhou. And then Alonso has, yeah, he's got a bit of time. He'll be pitting around with everybody else, I imagine. But I can't see everyone getting to the end with 20 laps to go. So it'll be very interesting to see how this works out. Maybe our risky strategies are going to be on course here to just nudge us into the points. Stroll up to 9th is a bit of a shitter, but, you know, it's Stroll. So he might crash at any moment. As it's going to just pop up in a minute and tell us that this is Zhou's optimal pit window. So we will get him onto those medium tyres. He's got a set of softs as well to allow him to, if he wants to, right. So you can actually push a lot on those tyres, Guan Yu Zhou. I'd actually probably say Alonso with 4 laps to go. Oh no, 4 laps till his pit window. Yeah, he's got a bit more that he could play with. So we'll try and get Zhou out there. Zhou struggling to keep up with the Williams at the moment as well is a bit of a concern. Although he does have DRS, so not too bad. But 13th and 14th at the moment. What is Stroll's tyre wear doing? Stroll is on 60% tyres. Yeah, see, Alonso's on a sort of similar bracket, but it'd be interesting to see what everyone pits to at the end. Obviously, we're putting Alonso onto the soft, so let's see how that works out. But yeah, Zhou not doing too bad at the moment in terms of lap times. Yeah, he is that we are a second slower than Gasly and Tsunoda in front of us, and Stroll. Not quite a second, but they're in the 129.8, 129.4, 130.1. I'm really hoping our improvements we've done to the car are going to help us next year. Hopefully, it'll be really really beneficial. Even if I'm not winning, it's like most management games. I absolutely love it. So we'll just stay with Zhou as he comes into the pits, and then this then gives Alonso a little bit of time to go and attack Tsunoda. So Zhou comes in for his final pit stop of the Grand Prix. Going to come out on the medium tyres, which will be slightly faster than those hards. But we're not getting him to push at all, I think. Has he got a bit of leeway in them? He's got a tiny bit of leeway. So I think what we're going to have to do is get him to basically absolutely rocket his arse around after this first lap. Alonso does have DRS, so we're just going to get you to harvest because I want you to do some quick laps in a minute.
We just need to charge up.
Right, back to Zhou then. So Zhou, you're going to now have to absolutely gun it on those medium tyres because you're going to be quite far behind. 13 seconds off Vettel, so that's about 14 seconds to Schumacher. So what's that, 17 seconds? Well, no, it's about 30 seconds for a pit stop. So 17 seconds, 24. I mean, it could work. It could work for Tsunoda, for Guan Yu Zhou. It could work. We just need to keep an eye on his lap times, making sure that he's just got to gun it. He's just got to gun it. That's all he's got to do. He's just got to gun it. Right, Alonso still on the back of Tsunoda whilst harvesting up is lovely. Hopefully we get a lot of battery in there for him for his sort of push laps before he comes into pit. When is his pit lap? 41, 2, 3, 4. 44. And we're on 39. So 5 laps until he comes into pit. Tyres are severely overheating, yeah, but we need you to really push them hard, Zhou. So, because if these guys don't pit, you've got one hell of a battle on your hands. They might make these last another 18 laps, but it's going to be interesting. We're not in the points at the moment anyway, so it's worth taking a gamble, I reckon. And saying that, other teams are now coming into pit, so this could play nicely into our hands. And now that is making me think, with Alonso, do we try and get him in to follow suit? Get him on the mediums now. Oh, it's not saying it's quicker. It does say staying out on the softs until there is the quickest. So I think that's what we do. We just ask him to push it a little bit whilst other cars are coming into pit. Stick with the strategy. Tsunoda's still pulling us around, but Tsunoda isn't the quickest, so let's I think we're going to have to get you to ease off a little bit of your fuel at the moment.
Save fuel. Copy.
And your tyres. We actually need to look after your tyres, Joe, as well. So Alonso up into 11th. Stroll, Magnussen all come into pit. Zhou should jump those in the pits. No, they're pitted and out, and Zhou is now just behind them. So that hasn't worked out wonderfully well for Guan Yu Zhou, but we'll see what happens. So Alonso up into 10th, and he does make the move on Tsunoda. So hopefully now he's in P10. He's in the points. We just need him to keep pushing. We may have to bring him in a lap or so early, but he's got a little bit of tyre life in there. So let's get him to push. Let's get him to really, really push at the moment. So Hamilton's pitted. Sainz has pitted onto fresh tyres. So we're not going to be catching them. These guys are, I think... Yeah, I don't think... I've messed up Zhou's strategy, but what can you do? What can you do? In terms of tyres, a 128. I mean, he's actually put in a very good lap, but a 130. So Alonso's still in the 130 range. We just need to keep an eye on that. But you can see that Albon, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Vettel all coming into pit. So Alonso is actually gunning this pretty well. I think he's put a good bit of time in between him and Tsunoda. Just about, yeah. Oh, I was looking at the wrong driver. There's Tsunoda and Alonso. So lots of other people coming to the pit. So Zhou does gain a number of places from that earlier pit stop from the undercut. Alonso's got a couple of laps until we want to bring him in for those soft tyres. He is still trying to push quite hard though, which is going to affect him. It's going to be interesting. We're going to drop what did I say, like 30 seconds. So let's go to interval. So 2, 3, 4, 8. It's going to put us out around about Guan Yu Zhou. So we really do need Alonso to carry on pushing as hard as he can. He may crash with how I'm asking him to push, but as I said, although he's in the points right now, he's not going to finish in the points. So, because these tyres are never going to last till the end. He is going to be on the quick soft tyre though to finish, and that is something we need to work on. Guan Yu Zhou, 4 seconds off Stroll. Wow, we really have messed up his strategy. Yeah, he's already below his tyre life, so he needs to get that back in line. He's below his fuel life as well. It's been a tough old race for Aston Martin, this one. I mean, Alonso's done well up into 9th. It's not the easiest circuit to overtake on, so maybe finishing on the softs isn't ideal, but let's see. There's still a few people in here with 50% tyres. They may see them through to the end. Okay, so Alonso is in for his final pit stop of the Grand Prix, going on to these soft tyres, which we're going to have to hope give him the pace to finish this race in good stead. We've just had to get Zhou back in for his fuel and stuff. But so Alonso pits. Guan Yu Zhou goes past his teammate. Danny Rick will go past him as well. And then it's what can Alonso do on these soft tyres to finish this race. He can push them, and we're going to need him to push them to see what he can do. He's going to come out in front of Sebastian Vettel just. And now he needs to push 3 seconds to get Ricciardo, 6 seconds to get his teammate. And everybody else may be catchable. You never know with these soft tyres. You never know. Verstappen has got himself from 20th or 19th to 10th with his new front wing, and he probably will gain a number of other places as well. So a great drive from Max Verstappen. But now we've just got to hope and pray that Fernando Alonso can do something on these tyres with 12 laps to go. Okay, so Alonso has very quickly caught up to the group in front, which includes his teammate Zhou. We got Schumacher, Zhou, and Daniel Ricciardo, and then there's a 7-second gap, which is going to be really hard to close. Daniel Ricciardo going pretty slow in that McLaren at the moment, but Fernando Alonso trying to get round the Williams of Schumacher. Should really get this done under DRS quite easily, even though Schumacher has DRS as well. I think with Alonso it's going to need a bit of micromanagement. So as we come round here, let's get him into that clean air as we come round this little chicane and see if he can get that move done on his much soft tyres, much quicker soft tyres I should say. As with the DRS, there we go, gets that done. Lovely stuff. Didn't even use ERS on that one either. And now he has to make up this time to his teammate Guan Yu Zhou, whose medium tyres are struggling a little bit, but there's only 8 laps to go. So, I mean, look how quickly he's gained up there, Fernando Alonso. That's incredible driving.
Good job. Keep pushing.
Zhou is trying to get this move done as well. I think we're going to have to go for the old driving clean air thing for... In fact, can we get Zhou? If we can get Zhou past him first, that would be handy. We've got all of his fuel and stuff in line. We'll just get him to sit behind. Where's Alonso? Right behind at the moment. I think we have to prioritise Alonso. He's the one that's got the pace. Alonso has the pace at the moment. So, again, as we come around this corner, driving clean air. Try and get it done on that inside. Oh, Zhou's accelerated away with that. That's the difference using ERS. Zhou has just absolutely left Alonso for dead coming off there.
Copy.
Oh, Zhou, go on, Zhou.
Can use energy.
Go on, Zhou, get it done.
Okay.
Let's see if Alonso might be able to get both of them here. He's got the energy, he's got DRS. He's trying to drive in the clean air. Ricciardo doesn't know which one to defend. Zhou's got him on the inside. And Alonso, can he get the dive bomb? No, he can't. Ricciardo's sitting there. He's seen one Aston Martin get past him. Can the second one get past him as well? Doesn't look like it's going to happen for Fernando on this lap.
Okay.
Just need to... If we can both get past. Zhou is past. So Zhou, let's get you to go, mate. Let's see if you can just leave Daniel Ricciardo for dead. Fernando's still trying. He's still trying. Come on, Fernando. Joe's doing a good job of holding up Danny Rick. Fernando's trying. You can see him trying to stay in that clean air to get the move done, but I think it's costing him a little bit of slipstream time as well. So this is where we need to get it done with Fernando, really. So push, push, push. Get in that clean air.
Use energy if you need it.
With DRS.
Copy.
Oh, it's just no. The DRS pull from Joe is a little bit too much to stop Alonso gaining on him. I don't think we're going to get the points here. Fernando, can you get it done coming around this one? You've got a bit of battery to play with here. Can you get Danny Rick? Stay in that, get in that clean air. Round the outside. Come on, Fernando. Come on, Fernando. Get it done. Danny Rick moving over. Joe goes defensive as well. Oh, he just couldn't get it. Just couldn't get it done. Oh. Sit behind him in the slipstream as we come towards the end of this lap under the hotel section.
All okay.
As Verstappen pits again. He was in the points, Verstappen. What are you doing? You're going to give Stroll a point. You're going to give Alfa Romeo a point. Damn you. 6 laps to go. It's an intense battle for 14th, 15th and 16th. I'll give us that. But yeah, not ideal as Joe is still on deploy, which won't be helping. But charge up a little bit through. I'm just wondering if we just sit in harvest here and we're going to try.
We just need to charge up.
Joe's been pushing. Oh, there's Verstappen coming out. We can definitely, hopefully, get a tow off Verstappen now. That would be lovely because Verstappen's going to be super quick. So if we can harvest up behind Max Verstappen with some DRS, that's going to give something else for Danny Rick to think about as well. So the DRS, we're harvesting up. Verstappen is going to be stuck, but I think Verstappen's going to be stuck behind us for a little bit of a while as Danny Rick gets past Guan Yu Zhou on that one. Right, let's see what we can do now. We got fuel back in line pretty much for both drivers.
Okay, copy.
Guan Yu Zhou has basically just let Verstappen go, which is not ideal, but both of us now need to get back past Danny Rick, which is a little bit irritating. 6 laps to go. Let's see how this ends up. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen here? Okay, Danny Rick's pitted, which is really odd. Daniel Ricciardo has pitted, so we're up into 14th and 15th on the back of Tsunoda, who Verstappen has just absolutely breezed past as well. I think we're going to have to let... coming up to this straight, I think we're going to have to tell... Don't fight your teammate. Get out of the way. Fernando's on quicker tyres. Right, Fernando, you go and attack. You just go and attack now. Go and attack Tsunoda because you can get this done. You're on much quicker tyres than he is. 4 laps to go. It's just a matter of pride. A matter of pride. That's all this is.
Use energy if you need.
There we go. Round the outside he goes. Lovely stuff. Right decision to let him go and get past. Now, can Joe also get past as well? That would be very helpful. We're in low fuel range with Fernando, but he's already through, so that's not a problem. Let's see if Joe can get this done as well. A little bit of conserve just to get that back in the green as we come around these ones here. Guan Yu Zhou trying to get the move done.
Use energy. Copy.
Driving clean air as we come around here. Can you get it done on your medium tyres, mate? Come on. Okay, you're back in the green, so sit on balanced. No, you can't get it done because you had a terrible exit. A terrible, terrible exit. Right, let's get that onto neutral. Alonso's already put a second between him and Tsunoda, which is lovely. 3 laps to go. We can't push yet. Zhou's going to be very close to his tyre limit at the end. Right, deploy. Get right up his arse. Get right up his arse. And then as you come around the next chicane, that's when we get into the clean air. Or if you can get it done before that, that would be wonderful with DRS. Go on, make it stick. Make it stick. Get through. Get through. There we go. There we go. Right. We're both fast. 13th and 14th. Awesome. 7 seconds is the gap to Verstappen. I think this race is done as it stands. And I think we're going to be finishing 13th and 14th as long as we can hold Tsunoda off. But yeah, I mean, it's been an okay race, right? We started 15th and 17th, I think it was. So we've gained positions. We have gone up. It's just not ideal, as that was very, very wide from Alonso there on that corner. I think we can ease your tyre. Oh, yeah, you're going to be really struggling at the end, actually. So let's get your tyres. There's only a few race laps to go. Let's see how this this wear does. And Joe as well. We'll have to bring yours back in. But not a bad little race, that one. Sonoda is still on our tail. Joe could do with being closer to Alonso. But yeah, 3 laps to go. We'll be back for the final lap. So here we are then. Alonso is starting his final lap. It is still Sonoda right on the back of Joe, but it is 13th and 14th at the moment. Verstappen into 11th. Stroll is going to get a couple of points for Alfa Romeo, which means they're probably going to secure the final 4th place in the Constructors ahead of us, unless something very drastic happens and the FIA just decide to award us 4th. But I think 5th. I can't remember how far Alpine were below us. They may jump us. I think they were 20 points below us. So they've got Ocon in 6th, but Vettel's not in the points. So we might be safe there. There is Alonso pretty much all on his lonesome. Zhou has a couple of cars behind him. Somebody spun in Sector 3 on the last lap. Who was that? Sainz has won the Grand Prix. Zhou, you need to actually defend this, mate. So let's set you up for all of that. Somebody won. I don't know who span in Sector 1. Sainz has won it. We'll have a look what it does for the Constructors. He won it 12 seconds ahead of everyone. Bloody hell. That is mightily impressive. So we have Alonso coming around the final few corners through the hotel section to see what he can do. So Verstappen finishes 10th. He managed to get a point. Lance Stroll in 9th. A good finish for him. Gasly in 11th. Magnussen is going to get 12th. Alonso is going to come around the final corner and take home 13th for Aston Martin, which, when you see how bad our car was, is pretty good. And Zhou is going to come round and claim 14th. I think that's a good race. I think a good race for no points, as Alonso says, but I think for where we started, how we managed it, not too bad. If I hadn't have ballsed up qualifying, we probably would have finished up higher, but there you go. Hopefully the car comes back stronger next year and we are competing a bit more for maybe a few more podiums. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be very, very nice. But both drivers over the line, 13th and 14th. Bottas crashing out was fun to see. Yeah, so there you have it. 2 races gained for Fernando Alonso with a 3-stop strategy. Guan Yu Zhou gained 3 places with a 2-stop strategy as well. Max Verstappen claimed the fastest lap, so gets 2 points for his troubles. And Lewis Hamilton with a stonking race up 10 places in that one. So the drivers is Max Verstappen wins it by a country mile over his teammate Sergio Perez. Ferrari get 3rd and 4th. Hamilton in 5th. George Russell, he actually won it by 4 points on the last race. Bottas gets 7th. Alonso comes 8th in the Drivers' Championship, which is awesome. In the Constructors, Red Bull win it by, again, a country mile. Ferrari get 2nd. Mercedes get 3rd. Romeo in 4th. And Aston Martin sits in 5th. So all in all, a cracking season. That's going to get us quite a lot of income at the end of the year. Let's see if anyone gets a bonus point. No, they don't. Drugovich does. So we'll go in and do that as well. We get a swift 4 million in the bank as well. So all in all, not bad at all. And we've just researched a new chassis, which is awesome for the next year. So the upcoming board review, we have high confidence, which is good. The chassis research is complete. So do we have enough time to do? So we've done 2 of them. We've done 1 front wing. We haven't done a rear wing. We've done 1 underfloor. No suspension. So let's do... Well, we really need some cornering. So let's do another front wing if we can. Oh no, I've used up all of our stuff. Although we do get a very slight increase without doing anything. So it won't reach completion date. Okay. So not to worry about that then. Yes, we will cancel the project. Okay, well that is the end of season 2. We came. It's quite good in it, I think. 5th in the Constructors is pretty good. Car part development. Just letting you know that with the season ending, we're no longer allowed to design or manufacture any new car parts until next year. The warehouse has also been cleared out because any parts we design this year will be invalid for next year. So we're at the end of another amazing season of Formula 1. Verstappen won the Drivers' Championship. We've gone through all of this. We got 5th, 130 points. So that's pretty good indeed. Oh, Hulkenberg and Schumacher not scoring any points all season is pretty sad, to be honest. And it was a difficult race. So, yeah, there you go. On behalf of the board, I wanted to reach out and congratulate you on a wonderful season. You exceeded our expectations and we are overjoyed to see the team's progress. Needless to say, this has given us even more confidence in your abilities as team principal. Keep up the excellent work. We hope to see Aston Martin climb ever closer to top positions in the championship again next year. Very nice of them. Thank you very much. Okay, so post-season report on staff. We have Koenig, Charity. I think we're going to use some money to potentially go and get some, maybe not our race engineers. I quite like those. We've got them down to pretty good contracts. But maybe some new technical, like a technical chief and a head of aerodynamics. These guys aren't the best. We'll see how much they cost to do that. Driver changes then. So Fernando Alonso is secure for another season, until 2024. 26, 2025, I don't think we're going to change our driver lineup. I do quite like it. I mean, we could have a look and see who's around. Drivers, scout new drivers. I mean, Albon's interested in moving to us. If we search by overall rating. So Verstappen, not interested. Who's the highest one that is open to negotiate? Esteban Ocon at an 87. Lando Norris at an 87. That would be quite cool. I mean, Bottas at an 87. Just take him from Alfa Romeo. Fernando Alonso, obviously we've got Pierre Gasly. He's been really good. So Lando Norris is on a buyout of 10 million, salary 9 point something. I mean, Esteban Ocon at an 87. Sebastian Vettel, we could get back. Daniel Ricciardo's there. Pierre Gasly. I just don't like Pierre Gasly. Guan Yu Zhou as an 82 would be the one we look to replace. I'm very tempted. I'm not going to lie. I'm very tempted by Valtteri Bottas. I'm quite tempted by Valtteri Bottas. Let's go. Let's get a scout report on him. We'll go detailed and see what happens. We'll do the same with Ocon as well. And we'll do the same with Norris as well, actually. Oh, we can't. Why can't we do the same with Norris? I've already scouted Norris? I've already scouted Norris. Yeah, okay. Interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. Oh, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens next year. Right, continue that. So the end of season board review. The board have assessed your performance as team principal for the entire season and have compiled the global top position 6th, but we got 5th, so we're above that. Score podium in 25% of this season's races. We got 1 of 6. Target season's 2025. Okay. 5th, best driver was 8th, so noteworthy. We've gone up a little bit in rating and constructors. Drivers are still 18th. Heritage is still 2. We get a bonus of 1.5. Board confidence is high. Lovely, lovely stuff. Right, is that made any changes to drivers that are interested in talking to us? No, it hasn't. Okay. No, Lando Norris is now not interested either. I mean, is it wrong to have a 34-year-old Bottas and a 42-year-old Alonso? We'll have to wait and see. Pit crew performance, yeah, they're all going to go down and they're all pretty terrible as it is. Regulation changes. Okay, so yes, prize money goes up for the top 4 and it goes down for the top 5. And there is some chassis and side pods stuff as well. So lots of changes. Okay, so research on the side pods is also complete, and here we go. An up-and-coming driver, Roman Stanek. No, thank you. Filip Drugovich has 2 points to use, so let's get him into. Cornering is very crucial in this. Has Guan Yu Zhou got any? No, and neither does Fernando. The boardroom is in poor condition. Yeah, we're saving up for something else, though. Team Hub is in poor condition. Suspension simulation poor, and side pod research is complete. Have we got our new ATR period yet? No, we haven't. Okay, let's go and have a quick look at the calendar. I think we'll leave it there though, and we'll be back for the start of season 3, which will be exciting, wouldn't it? So research period, new season car reveal, new season regulations, pre-season prep happens in January, and yeah, we'll go from there. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. Who knows? Maybe we'll come back and we'll have a new driver lineup. Who knows? I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you're excited for Season 3, leave a comment down below and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.